What's going on, everybody? Chaz here with the One4EGO podcast. I'm with Just Be Talking, and we're gonna be some talking some crazy shit today. How you doing, bro?
What's goody? What's poppin'
Oh
community?
my god, what an eventful week for media, right, man? It's been a little crazy, right? A lot
It's
of things
always
everybody thought
crazy.
was gonna hit, and it's been flopping. You kind of called a lot of this stuff.
I
Pretty,
always
you
do.
did. You pretty much called a bunch of this. Um, I guess the first thing we could start with today was, the flop of Shazam is crazy right now. $30 million opening weekend for a superhero movie, which is
Mm,
insane, man. I mean, the only Morbius made more money than this movie, man.
that's crazy.
Isn't it crazy?
That's
Like,
crazy.
what? So Morbius made more money. It made more money than Suicide Squad, the first, like the beginning when James Gunn. But
Hmm.
remember, everybody's like, remember, it was during COVID that this happened, and it got released on HBO Max at the same time. So like this movie had a full release. They were promoting it out the ass, and nothing happened. I saw the movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was a very good movie. I honestly like Shazam. I think people should go out and see it. It's a good wholesome movie. I was able to bring Liam, and we sat there. He loved it. It was fun. It was a good summer-ish blockbuster movie that didn't come out in the summer. It was supposed to be a blockbuster, but and you got the lights. You got Lucy Liu in there. You got Zachary Levi. You got all these great actors in there, and I think what's her name? Heather Mirren is the older lady. Am I right?
Yes, the wrong
Yeah, yeah.
guy.
So it just seems like it should have been a lot better. What do you think, man? Like what do you think? Why is this happening to DC movies now? It seems like they're just getting crushed. Or
I
movie
mean,
or superhero movies in general.
well, let's start with this. The DC universe of movies
Yeah.
has been ass ever since Batman vs Superman. That's when everything started to fall apart. So there have been good movies in this universe, like the first Wonder Woman movie, the Aquaman movie, and the
Yeah.
first Shazam movie. But because of the overall stigma of the universe they created, a lot of people don't really fuck with it unless they're hardcore fans like you and I. Like, I didn't see the new Shazam. I want to. I just haven't had time because I'm working, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
I know
I
you're
I
gonna see it.
expect it to be good,
I
but
mean, you
I'm
saw
just
Morbius, right?
I didn't want to see Morbius. I watched it like when it came out on Netflix, knowing it was
Yeah.
really gonna be bad, and even knowing it was gonna be bad, it was me and my boy. We were drinking, smoking, and it still wasn't enough. We turned it off after 25 minutes. I just couldn't take it. Just couldn't take it. When the kid started when he took apart a pen and started fixing the medical device, I was like, all right, bro.
All right, bro. Chill,
All right,
chill
bro.
out, chill out, bro.
So that's part of the problem, and also just with everything that's going on with James Gunn just retconning so much, keeping so much of his own stuff in there,
Yes.
and then just getting rid of so many people. I think like people just so turned off to because like DC, the comics,
Yeah.
games, animation, it should have still fire, but just with everything going on in production in terms of live action, nobody trusts it. Nobody wants to be involved with it. So unfortunately, Shazam is facing the backlash of that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I mean, not spoiling anything for anybody, but like they do have a couple cameos in there that like seems that like James Gunn is going to keep this hopefully in the universe, right? But then it's like people are just not buying it. I guess people are like, you know what, we're just going to wait for this last couple movies to go by, and then we're just going to start fresh when Superman comes out because that's the new beginning, right, of this new universe. Technically it's going to be that animated monster movie with the monster heroes and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But the new movie is going to be Superman, right? Superman, what's it called? Superman
Man of
Legacy?
Tomorrow.
Man of
Man of
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
Or Legacy, whatever it is, it's gonna be a great good movie because James Gunn is gonna pull his heart and soul into it. And when he does that, you get Guardians of the Galaxy. You get Guardians of the Galaxy too.
that's the
Yeah,
thing though. I
yeah,
like James Gunn, right? I like James Gunn. You know, he did a great job with the Suicide Squad,
yeah.
bringing in his humor. But his humor isn't gonna fit the rest of DC. It's not gonna fit Superman, and it sure as hell cannot fit Batman. So
Yeah.
I'm worried with those two,
Well, listen, man, he's doing the right thing right now. He's like, I'm going to bring in the Bat family. I'm going to bring them in there.
which I'm
That's going to
looking
be,
forward to.
I'm super looking. And the first movie is going to be what? It's going to be Batman, not seasoned, but Batman has been around for a while that has already got raped by Taja al Ghul
Mm-hmm.
and is about to, and Damien's alive. So that
Mm-hmm.
process has happened. Yes, if you guys didn't know, Batman gets raped by Talia al Ghul,
He
right?
gets
He
Bill
drugs him.
Cosby
He get Bill Cosby.
because she drugged him.
She drugs him. She rapes him, and then that's how she gets pregnant with Damien.
That's fucked
Uh,
up. That now Bill Cosby's a verb.
yeah, it's Bill. She got Bill. He
An
got Bill
adverb. It's an
Cosby.
adverb.
Yo, it is insane. But Damien coming out of that like horrendous way that they did it, but whatever. I guess Batman is always like, you want to know my secret identity? Like you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Every woman that comes next to him is like, yes, you can do whatever you want.
You
And
want to
then
smash me for money? You want to smash me
yeah,
because I'm Batman?
because I'm Batman. But he has Damien, and Damien, that story of Damien and him is gonna be amazing, right? Wonder Woman is like just allowed left in the dark. We know nothing about it right now. I
Yeah.
just found out that. Do you know about her cameo already?
Yeah, that was I had this guy that I followed. I told you about him before. Like if you
Yeah,
don't, if he doesn't report on the news, it's not true. But he told me about Wonder Woman. He told the community about Wonder Woman showing up like 4 months ago. He knew that she was gonna be in the movie.
So
So
let me kill you right now because this is why I love TikTok.
it's
Right?
it's a daydream, right?
No. Listen to
Okay,
this.
go ahead. Do your thing. Do
So
your thing.
let me explain something to you. So in the movie, right, in Shazam, nobody knew this. Everybody thought Gal Gadot came back, right, and was going to be Wonder Woman, which she is in the movie. You know, so you already knew
I
about
think I
her,
already know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
bro. She's there. You
She's
see
playing
her.
herself, playing Wonder Woman.
Yes, she's
I
no,
knew
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
She's playing Wonder Woman. But then I just found out off of TikTok that a girl that actually stunt doubled for her in the dream sequence, right? Actually played her there as well at the part where Gal Gadot comes in and you see her face and everything. It's actually a CGI Gal Gadot. They did it, but they cleaned it up
Oh
so
my
they
god.
cleaned up so you will never notice. But now I'm gonna go back and watch the movie, and I'm gonna see this CGI Gal Gadot because I gotta see if it's real.
But
But
that's
this girl just
crazy.
the girl just posted up on TikTok. I'm saying the video. She was
Yeah,
like,
send me
"Yeah, that
that.
was me. I was the Gal Gadot in the dream, and I also was her with the CGI face on it." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what part it is, but you can tell that I'm in there doing the CGI face. It's
That's crazy.
wild, bro."
Because
And
it's kind of fucked up. Because it's like first they tell her that she's not going to be in the universe anymore.
yep,
Then they utilize her in the movie, but then they're technically not utilizing her. They're just utilizing her face. It's kind of
yeah,
disrespectful, bro.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's crazy that they're good for these last three movies. They're gonna have to cameo the big three, and they're not really in there. So Ben Affleck is in there for 5 minutes. In Flash, he says it.
Yeah.
He says I'm in there 5 minutes. That's my last thing. I'm done with the DC universe. They bring Henry Cavill back. He gets super hyped. He's like, I'm back as Superman. And The Rock just used him and was like, yeah, there's a cameo. Forget people in theater. Right. And then you got Gal Gadot is not really in there now. Like this girl just let the cat out the bag. You would believe that she was in there, but she's not. She's not in the movie, technically.
Crazy.
But I think people are not like, it's not like before, right? We all knew what was going on in the comic movies, but they were still a mystery. So people were enjoying it. It was like the Harry Potter movies when they first came out. People were just, let's get to the seventh one. You know, the same thing happened with the Avengers. Let's get to the seventh one. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's the one with the vampires and the wolves? The freak was that?
Underworld. I love Underworld.
Underworld. Not even Underworld. No, the one with the teens.
Oh, the one I don't love.
Yeah.
What's
You
it
know what I mean?
called?
Like those type of movies. Everybody's looking for the next best one. Harry Potter started a thing with a bunch of sequels, and people got into it. Lord of the Rings did it, and people were like, "Oh, what's the next thing?" And they finally found the Avengers. Oh, I can get these connected thing. Everybody cares, but now everybody knows everything. They're like, "Oh, there's no mystery anymore. You guys are rebooting the universe. There's no reason for me to watch these last three movies." I'm scared for the Flash. I'm scared for Legend because it seems like it's gonna be a great movie.
Hell,
But,
it really does. It
and
really does.
I mean, if Michael Keaton can bring you into the movie theater because he brought people to fucking Morbius because they thought he was gonna be in there for a while, but
Word.
you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Just it's scary. Shazam was such a good movie, but it's just the publicity didn't hype it up enough, and it killed it. 30 million superhero movie making $30 million. Morbius made more money than this movie. That's
Well, what else? What else is out right now?
right now.
Ant-Man
Nothing.
is out, right?
Ant-Man's trash though.
Ant-Man is trash. Don't tell me that. I was about to go see that tomorrow.
You can go see it. You're gonna like it.
Nah,
No,
I'll wait till it comes on Disney Plus. You just ruined it for me.
Yeah, you can wait. Save your money. Save your money. Seriously, it's gonna
Really,
be.
bro?
It'll be
From
out.
you, that's
Yeah,
big.
yeah. It's for me. It's big. I'll be honest with you. Like I was very disappointed with it. It's not
Damn.
trash. It's just not what I expected. You can
Mm.
wait.
This
The
phase
best,
has been trash, but we're not even talking about that
the
right now.
best part of that movie is Jonathan Majors. He kills it as Kang. All right,
I
great.
expect nothing less.
Okay, this is just a filler episode. Okay, that's all it
Damn.
is.
It's like
It,
Mandalorian season 3, episode 3.
yes. And our boy's not even in there. The Spanish dude that tells you the whole like the
Oh,
song,
word, he's not in there.
not in the movie.
Andy Pena,
Yeah,
Michael
they
Pena,
killed
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. Michael Pena is not even in the movie. That killed me. But yeah, man, that's. I mean, what is your take on the rest of it? What do you think is going to happen with the DC universe going forward, or comic book movies going forward?
I don't know, man. I'm worried because look, we wanted this our whole lives, and we kind of did have it our whole lives, but most of our lives it was trash.
Yeah,
And then, there were certain series that were good, like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were good.
yeah,
Um, Me and you prefer the Zack Snyder Superman movies. A lot of people for some reason don't. I don't know why. Those were amazing. But the rest of DCU was whack. So much of Marvel was whack until Kevin Feige came in and Joss Whedon did the Avengers and shit. Um, so I'm not sure now because it's just so much back and forth. I already said the whole thing with DC. Like, I'm really worried about that. I mean, I would like for it to be good. I like James Gunn. I don't know if he could do everything justice.
yeah.
But Marvel is ass right now, bro.
Yeah.
Everything fell apart. Everything fell apart after the Loki TV show. Everything they put out was just poop, except for Spider-Man: No Way Home. And I like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, it wasn't amazing.
Which
But
Doctor Strange? Talking about the
the
first one, or the second one?
the second one, it
Okay,
wasn't it
okay.
wasn't amazing, but I still loved it because I like Sam Raimi's style. I recognize his style. I like a lot of the callbacks, certain things he's done.
Yeah.
But it didn't live up to the hype that it put out. And
Yes.
then
Yeah, you're
everything
right.
else after that was just poop. The TV shows and the movies.
Do you know they're
Just
bringing him back though? Sam Raimi. They want him to direct the next Doctor Strange.
That's good. I mean, he did a good job. But he just didn't do a great job. So
Do you think the pandemic killed that movie a little bit? Like
no,
the way
no,
they
no,
had
no,
to shoot
no, no.
everything? No.
No. I just think they wanted to do too much and weren't sure how to deliver because you have three incredibly powerful characters who weren't really doing shit. You have Wanda was kind of wilding, but you have Wanda, Doctor Strange, and America Chavez. America Chavez wasn't doing pretty much anything she could actually do. She was trash in that movie. She was fucking trash in that movie. I felt so
She
bad for that
really
girl.
was trash.
And then
I mean,
Doctor Strange just wasn't doing enough either. He's fucking Doctor Strange. Like you hype him up in all the previous movies he was in, and all of a sudden in this movie,
yeah,
he's
he's supposed to
poop.
be the end all be all, and he really didn't. It seemed
Yeah.
like he was just the afterthought in the movie. I
Like
mean,
yeah,
that
Wanda's strong, but I feel like Doctor Strange could really put up a better fight than he did.
yeah, but remember, he's not the Sorcerer Supreme. So I mean, well, Wong got his ass kicked too. So Wong got beaten and dragged. He legit got dragged to that
Word.
place. Well, going from Marvel DC stuff, right? Let's talk about some stuff that's coming up, which I
Okay.
think in the next couple of years, I think this genre is going to take over the comic book space, as in like the movie wise. All these movies are going to start coming out. We're going to get a Dragon Ball Z movie. We know what's going to happen,
You
right?
think so?
Disney, we had this argument already. Disney has the
I
rights
mean, we
to it, bro.
did, and I still
And
disagree with
no,
you.
no, yeah, but it's the truth. Disney has the rights to it.
I'm
You
gonna look
got
shit up again because
my
I have
hero,
not found that
my
concrete
hero,
evidence.
my hero has the rights to Netflix has the rights to my hero. So they're gonna
Oh no!
yes. Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Death Note and Cowboy
And
Bebop. That's all I have to remind you.
and Disney bought the rights to One Punch Man. No cap. Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna look that shit
So
up too because I
w-
don't believe you.
go ahead, look it up. So with that said, top 5 anime fights in your book, like not a, it's all time, but in your eyes, your top 5, and you can't do 3 of the same show. So you have to do at least. So because I know you, I know you're gonna say Bleach, and I
Oh
know it.
man. Oh man. All right. Well, I will say, damn man, so many from Bleach. All right, I'm gonna do two from Bleach.
Okay.
That's tough.
Okay.
Okay. One would definitely be Captain Yamamoto versus the Stern Ritter that was pretending to be Yuhabak. Did you watch the new Bleach?
No, I didn't watch the new Bleach yet.
Just YouTube that fight, bro. You'll be blown away.
Please
Because
send it to me.
Bleach, I'll send it to you. Bleach always has their thing, but this newest season of Bleach, consistent, top quality. No anime looks like the way the new Bleach looks.
Okay.
And like
All right,
I
so that
read that manga, but to see the fight animated,
was
holy shit,
amazing. Okay.
fucking amazing.
All right. So my number five is One Punch Man versus Boros. That last fight when he's fighting that electric
That
dude.
was beautiful.
Oh my
That
god.
was beautiful. Now I can't use it because you picked it.
That's yes. Well, that's my. You could still pick it. I end up
No.
okay. Pick something else. Okay. So go ahead next. Which I mean, that fight was
Damn,
beautifully drawn. It was just
it
amazing,
was
and even
beautifully animated, colored.
it's very rare for a panel from the book to look better in film. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
in
facts.
animation. It's
Facts.
insane. It's just the colors and him just fucking him up.
That's facts.
He's going backwards. One Punch Man is the man.
He is the
They
man.
killed
Son.
him. That second season sucked balls, but I really hope
Nah, it didn't suck balls. Just they changed the animators, and
yeah,
it was still good, but it didn't live up to the other
no,
team.
I'm gonna send you a video that's gonna ruin it for you, okay? Because they showed the guy goes, "This is pure animation at its best," right? For the first season. Then he goes to show you what they did in this one and how they just copied the same scenes over and over again and kind of repeated things to go. And he's like, if you take out these scenes, the episodes are about 5-6 minutes.
Oh
And
my
I was like, no. And then I just sat there and watched it. I was like, no, no. So I can't watch season 2 ever again. But go ahead.
I mean, I just named the fight. I didn't say it was my number 5. Actually, I didn't even think about that because that's a great one. I wouldn't say it was number 5, but fuck it, we'll just say it was number 5. So number 4, man, I watched so much anime in my life. Okay, number 4, I would say. Oh, I know you've never seen this, and I recommend this to anime to you before. Mushoku Tensei. It's like one of the best animes.
Tensei?
Mushoku Tensei.
Okay.
In English, it's Jobless Reincarnation.
Okay.
If we could talk about it another time, we don't have time to talk about it right now. But basically, it's an isekai. You know what an isekai is?
No.
Isekai is basically when somebody dies and they get transported to a fantasy world. So that's the anime genre it is. But there's no anime like this. It's the story that makes it so good. The story is incredible, but the animation is insanely on point. And you wouldn't think it's so story based. You wouldn't think of great animation. But anyway, the fight I'm talking about in this was the fight right before the season ended, with him versus I think it was the Dragon God.
Yeah.
Him and his team versus the Dragon God. Look that shit up. Mushoku Tensei or Jobless Reincarnation fight with the Dragon God.
Yeah.
Bro.
Good.
Bro. Bro. I just nutted.
All right, so my number 4 is Dragon Ball Z Super Brawly movie, the Brawly movie.
Which one?
When he fought
Dragon Ball
Vegeta and
Super.
Goku at the same time, bro. When he fought Vegeta and Vegeta did that sky thing and he got on the air and he's transforming and you see Vegeta in green for like a second, I was just like, yes, fire. And then, bro, I got to watch that movie in the hood, bro. So we went to this movie theater in where was it? In Brooklyn. And it was me, Jensen, Lewis, Tristan, and I think it was Wilson. And we went to the dopest theater. It was all the boys, like all the homies were on the way.
Was the place you get food at? Was it DeKalb Market?
I forgot what it was called.
Did they serve food there?
No. It was like
a
dingy movie theater, bro. Like the ones we used to go through back in the day, kind of dingy movie theater. They didn't update it. It's just everybody. The hood is in there live, bro. Everybody was just hyped, and it was just the energy was crazy. Yo, when Vegeta changed, bro, and he turned to red, everybody just started booger the fuck out. Or when Goku flickered a silver for like a second, because he was like, Ultra Instinct, I can't hold it for like 2 seconds. Everyone's like, oh shit. But Broly, that fight, that animation itself, just
nothing looked like that either.
Nothing
looked like that shit.
Nothing's ever gonna look that good. I mean, maybe down the line, but whew, that was fire. You can go next.
Okay, so then number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, I would say. I just had it in my head. Shit, I forgot. I don't want to put number 2 at number 3. Oh, Demon Slayer.
Oh
Demon
shit! Which
Slayer
way? Which
season
way you
2.
taking?
When they're all fighting, when they're all having their individual fights. Tanjiro and the Sound Dude were fighting the dude with the two sickles, and
Yeah,
then Lightning Boy and Boarhead Kid. How can I forget their names? I love this anime,
I
but
know me
them
too.
two when them two were
Yeah,
fighting the chick,
yeah.
that fight sequence was fucking nuts, bro.
Can I just? I just want to say that was my number 3, so we could agree right
We'll
there
agree.
because that was just phenomenally
That
animated.
shit. And those people who animated that do the new Attack on Titan. Or do the
Yep.
old one?
And
Either it's the old Attack on Titan team or the new Attack on Titan team. I keep forgetting.
I think it's the new Attack on Titan team. Or no, they're the
No,
old
no, it
one.
has to be the old one, yeah, because they're fighting
And they did
on a
One Punch Man
CGI
as well,
background.
right? Didn't they
Yeah,
do
they
One
did. They
Punch Man?
did. No, they didn't do One Punch Man. Hunter X. The people who did Hunter X Hunter did One Punch Man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Yeah,
Yo,
so it's
so good.
original
And
Attack on Titan
you know what
team.
I love
Yeah,
about Demon Slayer is like you watch it, right? And you just sit there and you're still feeling tense. You're like, what's gonna happen? I can't.
yeah.
What's gonna happen? There's no hope. They get you so good, man.
Word, like when you thought it was over at the end, and it was not. It was
It was
not
not
the
over.
end,
They
bro.
just keep
That shit
going. I
was
was like,
crazy.
no, they're gonna lose. And people, the thing Demon Slayer does the best is like you fear that your character's gonna lose, and it
Yeah,
can
that's a
happen.
fact. That's a fact.
When Ren Goku died, bro, that's my second. That's my second fight right there. For now, because
Yo,
everything changes. Ren Goku fighting, you're like, oh, this guy has Goku's name. He gonna whoop that ass, and they're fighting and stuff, and he just dies.
he died, bro, and it was sad too. Like I just met this
What?
nigga. How do I feel so much?
Like, but yeah, so that was my second one right there.
So
Ren
that's
Goku
your number
versus
2. That's what you're choosing.
that's my number 2. Yeah,
Okay, so then my
because
number
I
2.
love that Mugen Train, whatever that shit was called.
Yeah, Mugen
That shit,
Train. Yeah,
Mugen
oof,
Train.
that
Oh,
was
that arc was
that was one of
beautiful.
the greatest anime movies I've ever seen in a movie theater
Yes,
ever.
and then the show did it good too. It was just like
I
okay,
didn't even watch the
good.
show version. I was like, I'm not rewatching it
It's
again. I
because
don't
they
want
all
to
they
touch
did was
it.
extend. Bro, you should watch it because they extend it. Like
I know they
they
talk about his
explain
life.
things.
I skipped through it, but I don't want
It
to.
was so good. His dad is mad, like ass. He's an asshole.
His dad is a fucking asshole.
All right, who? What
So
is your
so
number
my number 2 now.
2? Number 2, yeah, number 2.
My number 2 is gonna be Cell versus Gohan.
Cell
Super
versus
Saiyan 2
Gohan.
versus
That's
Cell,
a good
bro.
one.
That was my number 1 for so long, but so many great things have come out after that. That's my number 2, bro. That's oh my god.
Take me back. Take me
Every bit
back.
of that fight.
Take me back
Every
when you
bit of that
first saw
fight.
that.
Just the transformation. Like, okay, so I'm gonna give you some history. So me,
Yeah.
you know me and you, we used to watch it in Japanese. We was
Yes.
watching Dragon Ball
In
in the hood when niggas
Spanish,
didn't know what it was,
channel
bro.
too, remember? Because the
Oh
Spanish
yeah,
channel have
I
it
used to watch the
early.
shit on Telemundo, yeah, but nah,
Yeah.
I used to get the tapes from the spot called
Yes.
Tiger Video, right, in my neighborhood.
Yes.
And I watched the shit in Japanese.
I
So
still
like
have one of the
I
tapes.
saw glimpses of what was to come, but when I found like when Toonami actually had it dubbed, and I got to
Yes.
watch it with the full story to watch the build of the transformation, that shit had me screaming as a kid, right?
Oh my
But then to
god.
actually watch the fight, the way Gohan kept sunning him, son. He was on some asshole shit. He was like first he killed all his babies with one hit, right?
Yeah.
And then every time, like he just kept playing with Cell. One time he let Cell hit him. And he like, barely moved. Then he just looked at him. He was like, "Really, bro?" Just spit the blood out and then punched 18 out.
Yeah.
He was wilding, bro. He was like, Cell went to go do the command man, the super command man, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, we're all gonna die!" And Gohan's like, let me just whisper, Kamehameha, motherfucker, and just blew that nigga away, son, into
Yo.
pieces.
Yo. Oh my god. That's why I
He
like
was a
that comic
cocky
right now.
bastard, bro.
I like that comic right now, that fan made one where like it's Goten. Everybody else died on the planet.
Oh, Goten and Krillin training for
Goten, Krillin, and then
Cell.
now right now it's Gohan came back from the dead and he's fighting Cell
Yeah,
right now.
I didn't watch the new one yet, but I
Shit
saw the
is
thumbnail. I
wild,
saw
bro.
Gohan was back.
It's so wild.
I gotta
But
check it
my
out.
number 1 is definitely something that has. I feel like okay. Before I say my number 1, I feel like anime is great because it's always changing, right? And your top 5 is always changing. It's always updated. It's not like
Facts.
wrestling. You're like that's my whatever forever. No, this anime, I feel like no matter what I'm watching, I'm always switching things up, always, constantly, right?
Yeah.
My number 1 that I've been watching for the last I don't know how many 4 or 5 years now on repeat. Legit, I watch it once a day. Not even joking. This is some secret. I watch it once a day. While I'm driving, if I'm feeling down, if I need anything, bro, I just watch that fight and I get the same goosebumps every time. It is when my boy, because my name, ONE4EGO. You would think it's a Vegeta fight. right? But no, it is actually because the one stands for All Might,
I
one
knew you were gonna
for
say it.
all,
I knew it.
versus Nomu. Okay, when I watched this anime, right? Jensen put me on this anime, bro. I'm sitting on his couch, right?
Mm.
I'm feeling real nice, right? And he's like, bro, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna bless you with this real quick. I'm like, show me this new anime. He's like, you gotta see. You've never seen My Hero. I'm like, no. He put that on in my eyes. I felt like a child again. I was just like, it's like watching Power Rangers for the first time or something. Yo, when he came in, he's like, I am here, and he rips his shirt off, his tie off, and he just sits there and he's like, and he's fighting Nomu. He's getting his ass kicked, but then he goes, I gotta take on these villains. Even so, I only have one. He's like, I only have certain time left in my this form. But even so, I must defeat these villains. And he's just getting to Superman mode. But I am the world's symbol, of peace and justice. And it just connects. And he's just, and his eyes go Super Saiyan, and he just flies. Because like the younger guys are about to fight. They're like, all right, I guess we're gonna fight now. And he just flies past him full speed. And then he just hits Nomu. Boom, bam! And it's just the wind and everything kicking up. It's just perfectly animated. And you just feel every punch. And when you put the surround sound on, you can tell they did the sound quality like perfect because you can hear boom, 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 boom. And yo, when I saw him hit that last hit, bro, when he just hit him with the biggest hit of all time and knocked this motherfucker to freaking Kingdom Come, and he looked like Team Rocket. That was the best. That was the best that was the greatest fight of all time to me. Still, it gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. I love it just because you can see. Like, I feel like this. If I ever wanted to explain My Hero to somebody, it's the story of Superman losing his powers and he has to pass it on to somebody because he's dying.
Yeah.
And that's how you get an old head into it. Huh? What? Really? That sounds pretty cool. You show him that episode, bro. That motherfucker's dying. And he's like, I'm gonna still put myself on the line. And then him versus, if I want to add something to it, you could do One for All versus All for One. That
I knew you
fight
were gonna
was
do that. Yeah.
insane.
That
Yo,
shit was crazy.
dude, yo, like that's that right there. All Might, honestly, yo, when they kill All Might, right, is going to kill me. It's going to fucking kill me when it happens. I know it's gonna happen. He's gonna have to die, right? To
Yeah.
put Deku over that edge. But yeah, All Might versus Nomu, honestly, number one of all time right now. Go ahead, you can go next.
All right, since you did that too, I kind of wanted to split my number one as well.
Yes, fine, that's fine, that's fine.
We're back to Bleach.
I knew it covered.
Because both of these fights are equal to me.
Yeah.
They are like the greatest fights I've ever seen in my life. It's Ichigo versus Ukiura. That's number 4 Espada, and Ichigo versus Aizen after Ichigo unlocked his full power.
Ooh, yes.
Those fights, animation wise, art style wise, detail, direct, like the way it was directed in terms of music and sound effects, bro. Like especially like the way Ukiura beats the fuck out of Ichigo. Like Ichigo was at a point where you felt like he has to be number one now. I mean, you kind of know if you know Kenpachi, you know he can't be number one because Kenpachi's number one. But you felt like Ichigo's number one at this point, and then Ukiura's like just fucking with him the whole time, and he's like, "All right, you gotten stronger. Let me just transform real quick," and he just dogged Ichigo, right? And right before Ichigo's about to die, he's like, "You know what? Before you die, let me just let you know something that nobody else knows. I have another transformation," and just dogs him, son. And then the fight with Aizen. That shit was just beautiful because nobody could touch Aizen. Nobody could touch Aizen. Aizen was unstoppable. And Ichigo goes through his brief training with his father, and next thing you know, like the way it started, where Aizen's about to kill his friends, and Ichigo just shows up, and he's like, "You talk too much," and just face palms this nigga, and then drags him out of the battlefield.
Yes, yes.
Just dragged him by his face, and he's just fighting that nigga, and they're like every blow for blow, shit's blowing up in the background, right? And Aizen's like, "This is ridiculous. How's he keeping up with me?" And Ichigo's like, "Yo, you think that everything's exploding because of you?" He's like, "No, bro, that's just the swing of my sword that's blowing shit up." And he does it again, and Aizen's like, "Holy shit!" Ichigo's on a different level, bro. Yes. I was like, "This nigga's Dragon Ball Z level right now. He's too strong for this anime." I love those fights, bro. Those are my number one, son.
Yeah, you know what? Bleach, I only watched the fights online. That's it. I never really got into the show.
You should try watching the show again.
I'm gonna try again.
It's really
like
good.
Naruto, I tried. I got up to to
You
pain, and
you don't like Naruto
I
either?
never no, I just never finished it. I got up to
I
pain.
highly suggest you finish that as well.
Yeah, I got to finish that. So I got to go back and finish that. Because what happens is like you just it just gets Naruto is a bunch of fillers, and everybody says you
Yeah,
got to skip this episode. Got to
just
skip
kept
this
us.
episode.
Skip. Yeah,
Yeah,
go online and look up the anime fill list and just skip that shit. That's what I do with One
but
Piece.
some
Like
of
I
the
used to
fillers are
watch
pretty
One Piece.
good.
I keep man, I fuck fillers, man. Just fuck them.
Well,
Waste of time.
one of my favorite fillers of all time is actually in Naruto is the one where the guy, the shark guy, the guy with the big sword, and then he
Yeah,
was like he was
Kisame.
on, yeah, I love that episode. Right, that's a filler episode.
Which
He
episode?
he has the shark blade, he has the giant sword, and he dies on the bridge. Do
He
you remember what
dies on the
episode it is?
bridge. No, I have
He
no idea
dies
what
on the
you're talking
bridge.
about.
Yeah, you don't remember? Okay, I'm gonna send it to you later.
Yeah,
That
send that
episode's
shit to
pretty
me.
cool. Uh, Dragon Ball Z has the best fillers. Their fillers are like fun. They do something for the story, and they do callbacks for it too. What's that say?
You can see the comments. I can't see the comments on my
No.
end.
I'm looking at people trying to join my live right now in my on my TikTok. No, it's honestly for me. Some fillers are good, some fillers are bad. I feel like Bleach fillers are kind of like long.
That's where I'm gonna disagree with you. They are long.
They're long as hell.
Naruto's are longer.
Naruto's is the worst.
But
It's like
I was gonna say that
3 episodes long.
in terms of like I don't like fillers at all. But at least with Bleach fillers, I could watch them because they're somewhat of an arc and they still keep up almost the same level of animation for the fights. So I was like I remember when I first got into Bleach because I got into Bleach late.
Yeah.
Not super late, but like by the time I got into Bleach, I think the Espada's already showing up, so I was catching up. But
By the way, your mic sounds amazing. Just letting you know.
Thank you. Thank you. It was the first filler that I ever caught on. It was called the Bount arc, right? Now this is back when I was a little bit more new to anime. I didn't know what fillers were, so I thought this was part of the official canon of the story. They did it so good. That's the one filler like I'll say is good. It's called the Bount arc, and it felt like it was part of the official story. They did that shit so amazing.
I got to see that one.
When you decide to try Bleach again, that's the one filler I suggest you don't skip.
Okay, how many episodes is there now of Bleach?
They're in the 400s, 500s possibly.
It's like Naruto.
Yeah.
What? Go quick. So Boruto apparently had a really good fight
scene. Fuck Boruto, man.
The
manga was good. I read the manga. I stopped reading it to watch it animated, and then for the first 4 years, it was strictly filler. And I'm like, the fuck? So I don't watch it and I don't read it. I just don't care.
Okay, because
I know they're doing some canon shit now, but
amazing. Apparently,
yeah, I heard about some fights, but fuck that shit.
Well, you know what I want to get into right now. Let's talk about something a little spicy that people getting butthurt for you about. Mandalorian's ratings are.
I was waiting for it.
Down.
Disney I can't believe they're down though, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild.
People are so sensitive.
People are sensitive. Yeah, Mandalorian ratings are down. Because they think people are saying the Book of Boba Fett killed the mood. Everybody thinks, no, I don't think it's that.
Nah.
I think it's just people are out and about right now. People also like to just wait for things to. It's not like us. Like I like to watch it that night, right? So then know what's going on.
That's how we are.
But now people are like, I'm just gonna wait for it to just all come out, and it works for Netflix. This is why Netflix is successful because
it's a binge.
They put the full season out.
Yeah,
you finish it when you want to finish it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
With this, you got to wait and come back. People are just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. We did it for anyway. We did it before. We'll wait. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon is just like, but what Amazon does though is their first.
They do like 2 or 3 episodes a week or something like that.
2 or 3 episodes first, so it works. So then you're like, okay, cool. I watched the first 3, amazing, cool. I can start waiting for the next one. It preps you, which is good. That's what you should do it. Disney's like, fuck you. I'm done. You can watch it on your own time. Like
they're an old school company.
They are, but I do like. For me, I like it. I like the way they do it, man. I'm cool with the Mandalorian being out every week because then I watch Mando and then I watch Bad Batch. I watched Mando, I watch Bad Batch. But this last episode, it wasn't for everybody. Unless you're really into Star Wars lore, you're not gonna be really enjoying this episode.
Yeah, like really. into
Yeah, really,
Star
but
Wars
also
lore.
you have fans like you that like you're into the lore, you're into everything, but you're just like, this is a nonsensical episode. Like,
Yeah.
what did it amount to? But I told you, I think my argument was that it's going to amount to something as Dave Filoni. He never misses. He did something for a reason. He's showing you this.
We know what the reason was. The reason was
It's
for
gonna
the
be Palpatine.
political. Yeah, exactly, what you already did with that shitty trilogy, which I can't stand.
Yeah.
So it's not building or towards anything new. It's more like trying to fill in the gaps for what they already established in the future.
Yeah.
A future that nobody respects.
Exactly.
So that's my issue with it. Like it took up a lot of time.
Can you say it again? Can you say it again? That was a good quote. You said the future that nobody respects.
Yeah.
That is amazing to say. It's true. It's 1,000% true.
Wow, I talk a certain way. That's why I gotta go to my TikTok and check out Just the Truth, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, think of like almost like I'll say this: there are different kinds of fans, right? And some fans, the fanatics, they just like any and everything that has to do with that property.
Yeah.
We're fans. We're true fans.
Yeah.
Where we love something, we respect it, but we're realistic enough to be able to point out when something is whack.
Exactly.
You know,
And we accept what other people think.
Yeah, so like a lot of people love the new trilogy just because of Star Wars. A lot of real Star Wars fans can't fucking stand the new trilogy.
No.
So the fact that they took up the majority of this episode, which, by the way, people who are watching The Mandalorian were itching to see what the fuck happened in this episode. The fact that the majority of it was taken up for filler that explains stuff for the trilogies that we do not like is what makes it that much more worse. So they just weren't setting up something that's already established. They were setting up something that's established that we don't care about. So it's double not caring. That's why I wouldn't say the episode sucked. I still enjoyed all the Mandalorian shit, but it had nothing to do with the Mandalorian itself. And that was the fucking problem. That's why it's a filler. When you tell a story that's separate from the main story that the series is based on, that's a fucking filler.
Yeah.
Okay, there was nothing about the Mandalorian in that shit other than the fact that those two characters appeared in the show of the Mandalorian, but it had nothing to do with Din Djarin's fucking journey.
Bro, the hate messages I got for posting that video about how to watch the Mandalorian episode 3. I was just like, guys, I had to message.
I was arguing with some nigga in your comments. I was like,
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
like, guys, I didn't agree with it. I just thought it was funny. Stop it. And then they were just like, oh, you posted it. I was like, again, just because I post something doesn't mean I agree with something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
you just reacted. I agreed. I was like, that's exactly how you watch it. For real though, like,
yeah.
Oh my god, bro, that was 80% of the episode.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be straight honest with you that like I didn't tell you before. When I watched that and then they went, I was like, man, they're showing things really early, and they switched the other thing. I was like, oh, it's one of these episodes. Oh, it's a filler. It's a filler episode. Fudge nuggets. And I knew like already in the beginning, I was like, he's gonna get screwed. They're gonna use him. They're gonna screw him over. And then what happened? They screwed that man over, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That man, they got Dr. Pershing real good. He's like, oh,
I don't even feel bad for that nigga. I don't feel bad.
When she turned the knob, I was like, oh, she's working for what's his face still.
Yeah, for Moff Gideon. I'm like, why would they leave her alone? She doesn't have. She's supposed to be like a new person to what's it called? Amnesty housing.
Officer.
She's supposed to be a new resident, but they give her the authority to stay there alone with the dials unsupervised. She doesn't have that kind of clearance. That was just bad writing because you wrote the niggas to be idiots.
Yep.
Like, this is a new republic. It's supposed to be run by the rebellion. They should be a little bit more. I don't know.
I think that's what Dave Filoni was trying to say is that like no matter what, it's still the same thing because
but this wasn't okay.
It's easy for the new. It's easy for the what's it called? The New Order or whatever that shit is.
The New Republic.
No. The New Republic. But then what's the First Order? The First Order. It was so easy for them to take over because the New Republic didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They're just like, oh, everything is fine.
Yeah, because everybody's dancing with their fucking Jedi ghosts. Their Force ghosts.
Yeah.
on the Wookiee fucking planet.
Oh my god! And then you got Luke. Luke is out there.
That's another problem with the new trilogy. They ruined Luke. The whole thing that got me into Star Wars is Luke and Darth Vader. We're not talking about that though, but I have to say that. Like,
who saved it? Dave Filoni though. Dave Filoni made Luke Skywalker look amazing. That man came back and whooped ass.
Yeah, when he was him on the Mandalorian, I was happy, bro. I was like, this is the Luke of it, because even in the movies he didn't do that kind of shit. because he
No.
was still technically kind of training in a way, even though he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like a Jedi Master at that point. He didn't do any of that flashy shit yet. So to see him doing real Jedi flashy shit with
yeah.
the new special effects in the Mandalorian, I remember I
I'm
watched that shit like 13 times, bro.
I'm down. I'm down for a Luke Skywalker miniseries.
I would love. Actually,
Please.
no. Let me not say that, bro, because I don't trust Disney. Because the Obi-Wan series, which I was waiting decades
Uh-oh.
for,
Here we
I
go.
already knew it was coming.
Here
I
we
knew it
go.
was coming. I knew it was
Here we go.
coming, and they hurt my feelings, bro.
You didn't like
They
it?
hurt my. No, I hated it, bro.
The whole way.
The
The whole thing.
whole
The
way.
whole thing.
The fights were hilarious because both these niggas are too old. They should just had stunt doubles like they did in the movies. They didn't do it. No, they wanted to have them actually do the shit. It was like watching the first Star Wars movie when Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fought. They were just as stiff and old as those actors, bro. Shit was awful, bro. It was
No.
awful.
No.
And just
It was a
the
good fight
story of it
scene.
was just bad. Little Leia was annoying as shit.
But the Darth Vader stuff was amazing. When that motherfucker
No,
came
none
in,
of
he
it
was just
was
like, when he grabbed the
no.
ship, that shit was wild, bro.
That I enjoyed, but
That was
otherwise,
wild.
nah, bro.
No, remember when he put Obi-Wan in the fire? He was like,
Yeah, that shit was
burn like
hilarious, bro. What the fuck
me,
is this? He's like,
burn
I
like
burned, now
me,
you burn. And he's like, I
we.
have the high ground. Oh, I have the high ground now. No, you both suck. This is ass.
That last fight
I
was
have
cool,
the
though.
high ground right now, motherfuckers.
You just hated little Leia, didn't you?
I hated Little Leia, bro. She was annoying as shit. That whole sequence of her being chased by the bounty. Oh my god, that was bad, bro. It felt Disney. Let's even go back when she first got kidnapped. That was all just Disney. It didn't feel like Star Wars. It felt like Disney. There's a bunch of idiots who kept tripping
The
and
actress
shit.
did well, though. The little girl actress was good, though. For what they gave her, she did what she could do.
Yeah, she
I
had
thought
good energy. Sure, whatever.
yeah, yeah. She was. I think she
Fuck
was very.
that shit, bro. Just
Uh,
fuck it, man.
I liked that Darth Vader versus at the end the Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight.
Oh, I know you
Pretty
did.
good. I liked it. You know I like
I couldn't take it. I just couldn't.
that.
Could not take it.
Boy. Well, Justin, Just Be Gaming,
Just be talking.
Just
Oh
Be
yeah, check
Talking.
my other channel, Just Be
Yeah,
Gaming as
Just Be
well.
Gaming. So we come to the end of this podcast today, guys. Just be talking.
Was there something else we had to talk about?
Oh no, that was
The Last of
that was,
Us. See, I
oh,
remember.
you were right. I thought we only have 40 minutes with you, my
We
sir.
only did, but hopefully this my battery
All right.
doesn't run out.
Well, all right. So the last point we were gonna make today was The Last of Us. A lot of people are disappointed. The people that are not fans are disappointed. People that are fans are like, they did a perfect thing. It felt just like the game.
Wait, what are you
So
talking about now? You talking about the whole series or just the last episode?
the last episode, that
Okay,
was just
then yeah, I agree.
yes, Joel is Terminator in that last. You feel like the Terminator.
I
When you
like the
play
way
that
they
last
did
part of
it
the game.
because certain things he did, it felt like because that's all supposed to be gameplay right there. There was no cutscene in that
No,
in that part of the game. So
no.
the way they did the action, it was like somebody playing the game. Because like there was one point when a dude was on the other side of the window and he shot him through the window. The guy had no idea who was there. He just got shot. And I
Yeah,
was like, I did that shit. I remember
yeah,
doing that shit. I remember
yeah.
sneaking around the corner and shooting the nigga through the window. Like
The only
they
thing
did
I'm
that shit
disappointed
great.
with is they didn't do the brick thing. He didn't kill anybody with a brick.
Word.
Like, throw a
And
brick.
he had no shivs either.
No, no shivs. Yeah, no shivs.
He
You're
had no
right.
shivs.
So what did you think of the series as a whole?
The series as a whole was complete poop.
Really?
That
surprised you say
show was so. If you look at my channel, Just Be Talking, I complain a lot. I made one video. I was so mad that I ended up making 3 different rants, and I was like, I'm not making any more videos about the series, unless the last episode is good. And I kept to my word. And when the
Yeah.
last episode was good, I made a video on the last episode. But I was so disappointed because I love The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Since the first game came out, I felt like I'm a gamer. I get emotionally attached when something is done really well. And I
Yeah.
was sucked in with the story and the characters. And I was just like, yo, they need to make this a movie because it feels like a movie when you play it and you watch the cutscenes. So when the show came out, I was a little iffy because live action, anything with games is always trash. But
Yeah.
those first 2 episodes were so identical to the game. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. The sets and the backgrounds almost look like the game. Not only that, it looks real. It looks like this is really the future. Like the world's really destroyed like this. Like there's really this damage. I can't believe how amazing this looks. I can't believe how much they keep true to the dialogue and just all the action, everything that happens. And then after those first 2 episodes, they didn't like kind of veer off a little bit. They just went in their own fucking direction. So
They really did
from
though.
episode 3 to like 8, it was just doo doo to me, and I was mad. Episode 3, my issue was that Bill, the section with Bill in the game, phenomenal section to play. But the episode didn't do any of that section. It just had the character, and it changed the fundamental of that story. Because the whole thing with Bill was that Frank hated Bill, and Frank ran away and stole Bill's fucking car and the battery. That was the thing. But here they changed it, and they fall in love. And not only do they fall in love, they die. Bill's not supposed to die. He's supposed to survive to help Ellie and Joel fight. But they killed him, and with
Mm.
Frank, and they eliminated that whole journey of trying to get the car and the car battery. That important journey, they eliminated that. Then you had the episode where they were supposed to go to Pittsburgh, but they ended up in it was Kansas in the show. That was also a great section of the game, and they eliminated all that by having them fight just 3 random niggas.
Yeah,
Okay, that was
yeah,
whack as shit. Then they added in that Karen chick. I forgot her real name, Caitlin, whatever Catherine, whatever that made up character was, just
yeah.
because the director, not the director, the showrunner was friends with her, so he made a role for her. What the fuck, bro? And her role was trash and nothing to do with
Woo!
the
I'm
story.
not having nothing to say. I'm like this rant though. Go
And
ahead, keep
she
going.
and she was after Henry and his brother. Like Henry and his brother, there was no backstory to them. Just like Joe and Ellie, they were just trying to get out. They're trying to get out of there and get someplace safe. They ran into each other. They ended up working together. It eliminated all that important shit, all the fundamentals of that shit, to give this false backstory and to give this importance to a made up character. And then you had that whole stupid ass scene where the infected just break out of the ground and just run wild and kill everybody. That
That big
never
ass
happened.
infected the
I don't
whatever
give a
what
fuck
they call a
how
rat
cool it
king.
looks. No, that wasn't the Rat King. That was the bloater. Which the bloater fight scene is supposed to be done with Bill, because that's why Bill's so important. He helps Joe kill his first bloater, but they had the bloater come here and nobody even killed him. He
Nah,
killed
he
a few
just murked
people and that was
everybody.
it. That shows. And then and like the other thing with Henry and his brother was Henry's brother was never mute or a child. He was Ellie's age, and that's supposed to be like Ellie's like last friend around her age, because her first friend was the girl she fell in love with that died.
Yeah,
So like that was very important for Ellie on this journey to actually develop a friendship. That's why when the kid gets infected and transforms, it hits so much harder because he became like her best friend, and now he's infected and he has to die. They took away from that. Oh, he's a little kid, so that should make it more sad. No, I didn't give a fuck about this fucking mute kid dying.
oh
Okay,
my god.
it did not build the same, bro. It did not hit. They're trying to enforce certain roles to try to be unnecessary inclusive, and it does not hit the way they wanted to hit. It was just a waste of time. I'm just so insulted as a
Yeah.
Last of Us fan. I'm not just disappointed. I'm insulted. I feel disrespected. Okay, that's why the show is ass, but it ended nicely.
Yes, yes, you did. For me, I, I enjoyed it because you know me, I like different visions of people and stuff. I like the way it was shot. I like the atmosphere. You kind of
Hmm.
feel like the world was lived in.
Yeah,
Um, do I like the story changes? Maybe not so much. Some things were better than they did in the game, right? Um,
well, I got something else to say, but go ahead.
um, I love Pedro Pascal as
Yes.
Joel. That is a perfect casting. If they would have, did you know that it was supposed to be Morgan Freeman? No, I'm just kidding. It's not Morgan Freeman. It was supposed to be the guy that's playing Blade now. What's his name?
Mahershala Ali
Yes,
was
yep.
supposed to be
Before Pedro
Joel.
Pascal was supposed to be Mahershala Ali, but he turned the role down.
That doesn't even make. Well, I'm glad he did. He's not Joel.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be Joel, and then Ellie. I like the girl that played Ellie. She's from
She
Game
did
of
a good
Thrones.
job.
She did a
She
great
did a
job, and I
good,
think
very good
that
job.
she's the perfect Ellie. That scene, that my favorite episode was legit when she got captured and the priest was trying to that change of the priest thing was
So
great.
David, he's not a priest. Well, they added all that religious shit,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
that I,
that's the thing I want to talk about. I left out, but I'll wait till you're done
yeah,
before
yeah.
I get to that.
So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Ellie beating the shit out of him and having
Yeah.
that freak out and everything. And then Joel like not being in that episode, giving her like an episode to shine was a great episode. Um, I like the episode with her and her girlfriend Um, when
Riley.
she Riley, yeah, when she passed away and all that stuff, going through all the motions of that. That was crazy. It's a good episode. I liked a lot of the Ellie stuff. I liked a lot of I feel like Joel could have had more.
Yeah, they didn't do enough with Joel at
They didn't
all.
do enough. But you know what though, Pedro Pascal, whatever they gave him, you felt the pain,
Oh
bro. You
yeah,
felt the pain of his daughter.
he's
And
he's
like
an amazing actor.
and he thought he saw his daughter at the Christmas thing, the Christmas tree thing, and I was like, damn, that shit hurt. That hurt really bad.
Yeah,
Um, the whole biscuit thing, uh, with the stuff being in the food and stuff. What do you think about that? The way that they kind of
the biscuit thing. What?
yeah, they said the virus went through food. Don't you remember? It was through the flour.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, apparently, because when I played the games, I didn't even notice all this shit. The lore is given to you through not
Pages
context,
and
but
stuff.
like through
Yeah.
things you read. Because like I would read the notes in the game, and I see what people went through, but I don't remember reading anything about the lore. So I can accept it. I liked when they added that stuff into the show, explaining stuff like showing the scientists and where were they again? What country was that?
Yeah, that was good. They were in Peru.
No, they weren't in Peru. Was it
No,
Indonesia?
Brazil. No,
They were Asian.
was it Asian? No,
It was
oh,
Indonesia.
Thailand. Was it Thailand?
I
Philippines?
think it was Indonesia. Anyway, when they did that, and also the first episode when I had the opening of the guy on the talk show talk about cordyceps, that's
Yeah.
all real. I didn't know anything about cordyceps. I didn't even know they were called cordyceps in the game. Apparently, when I was playing Last of Us 2, they were saying cordyceps, and I was like, oh shit, they were saying this the whole time. I just didn't pick up on it, usually because I played the game high probably. But
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, so that's all. Even though
No, his phone died. That's funny. No.
can you
Oh,
hear
he's
me?
back. He's back. He's back.
Oh, it got ruined. Yeah, I didn't know much about the cordyceps, but I appreciate all that stuff because it taught me more. And things made more sense now. But I do want to say this: I left out one of my issues was David. I was
Yeah.
waiting for the David episode because in the game that was such a crazy and amazing part of the game because it's a twist having the play as Ellie out of nowhere. Was not expecting to play as Ellie, right? And you
Yeah.
go on through this long journey playing as Ellie, which was amazing. It kind of reminds me of the twist in God of War. You didn't
Don't
get
tell
that
me.
far. No, you played God of War. You
Oh,
played as
no,
Atreus
God
already. I
Hold
saw
one
your
or two.
gameplay.
I didn't finish. God.
No, but I saw you playing as Atreus already. You played as Atreus
Yeah,
in
yeah, for a little
Ragnarok,
bit.
so you know.
When you're walking around,
So
yeah.
so yeah, so that was inspired by the Ellie twist. So back then when that first happened, you never seen that kind of shit. You never play as you never
The
play as a
second
little kid.
character. Yeah.
You play as a second character. So it's cool playing as Ellie, but the big thing was like what made the impact of David's reveal so big in the game
Yeah.
was when David sends James or whatever his name is, the guy that Troy Baker played, to go get the stuff, they end up being attacked by a horde of infected. And you have to work together running through this big ass factory with David as Ellie to fight them off. So you build this level of trust with David and respect for David. You even got to fight a bloater together. So
Yeah.
Ellie kills her first bloater on her own, technically, because Joel's not there. So you build this camaraderie with David, and then he reveals who the fuck he really is and captures you. So that's what made it hit so hard. But the show didn't do any of that. He just goes, go get the medicine. All right, let's set up his campfire. I'm looking for a crazy old man, little girl. Haha, I'm evil. Fuck the show, man. Fuck the fucking show. For real.
Yeah. Oh
Do you
man.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
feel his name.
there's a reason
100%.
why it hit so hard in the
But
game, and the show
but
eliminated that.
it's funny that like I think you know why I enjoyed the episode because I just like watching Megan's face to watch her when the twist hit and she was like, "What the fuck?" Like when you figure out like in the beginning when he brings all that meat and it's all human meat
Mm-hmm.
and they're putting the stuff and you don't notice it until like later. But I knew it was happening. I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's not no horse meat." I was
Yeah.
like, "That's not no animal meat." They because
He's like,
what
it's
happened?
elk. And I'm like, nah, that ain't
Nah, they
elk,
just
nigga.
said they haven't caught anything in months.
Yeah.
Like that's the first elk right there. That was wild, bro. That
Word.
was
Yeah, the poor little girl had to eat her father. She was eating her father, didn't know it.
shit is
Okay, when
so
can we bury him? Oh, it's too cold to bury him. Bitch, you should be smart enough to know that's not a thing. You're eating
nope.
your daddy.
Yep, that shit was wild.
Eating your
Do you think
daddy.
anybody else knew? Like the people there, think they knew they were eating people.
I think some of them knew, which is I want to say it's another funny thing. What the fuck when Ellie was fighting him? Where the fuck was everybody else? There was a whole town of people eating humans. Where were they during
It
this
probably
fight
super
with
early in the
David?
morning.
It was still in the morning to hear all the screams and smell the fire from this big ass place burning.
So what happened?
Nah,
Wait, in the game, what happened then?
in the game you don't see the people, so I just figured they're in an empty area, so it made sense why nobody came. But in the TV show, they were literally just eating there the night before, so people are nearby. How is there no reaction?
Yo, I
Because the
love the way
show
you think about
sucks.
it.
That's why. That's why, nigga.
Oh, dud. Yo, that's funny. Oh man.
It's
All
real.
right. So Last of Us season 2. Are you ready?
I'm still
What's the
ready
game?
because I'm a Last of
He
Us.
teased Abby already.
I mean, they're gonna. Here's how they're gonna have to do it. If they're gonna do it right, because I mean, technically, the girl who played Ellie is an adult. She is the age that Ellie is in Last of Us 2. Almost, I think Ellie in Last of Us 2 is like 23, and this girl's like 2021. Um, but whoever's gonna play Abby is gonna have to be able to age because here's season 2 is gonna have to. It's gonna have all the stuff from the Last of Us 2 flashbacks. So all the stuff that Ellie still experienced with Joel before she grows up, and also it has to give Abby's backstory. So you have to see Abby finding. So for those of you who never played Last of Us 2, here come the spoilers. The surgeon that Joe shot, that's this girl Abby who you don't know about. That's her father. So Abby goes on this whole journey hunting Joe because
Yep.
not because he stopped them from saving the world by saving Ellie, but because he literally killed her father. So it's a
Yeah.
crazy ass, very deep, interesting story. So they're gonna have to go on that journey. You're gonna have to season 2 is gonna have to be about them aging up as well as Abby training to kill Joe. So she's gonna have to fucking take steroids and learn how to beat some meat to get those arms big. And
Yeah.
then season 3 will
Yeah,
be
she's
the
like that.
actual Last of Us 2. Huh?
I don't know how. I wonder what they're gonna do with Abby. Like, are they gonna age her up, or is that actress? Oh, excuse me. Or is that actress gonna have to dedicate, like, or something
That
get working out?
the actress is gonna have to dedicate because you're gonna want you want to keep the same person
Well, the girl
because
that's playing Ellie right now, they said that she had to wear a rubber band thing to cover her boobs and like
yeah
make herself look younger. So she's going to apparently she's going to age herself up pretty easy. Apparently,
yeah, 'cause like I said,
so
she's already almost the age anyway. She's
yeah,
a couple years off,
yeah.
so she could
She was
do it.
like,
But
oh, I had to make myself look younger, and I was like, oh, that's pretty smart to do that.
yeah,
Um, but even Abby, I'm like, man, how are they going to pull that off without like
just
spoiling
whoever
it?
plays Abby's gonna have to really dedicate herself to the role and even start taking steroids because Abby was big in the making.
Powerlifting.
That bitch had weapons of mass destruction.
No, bro, I like how she punched things in the game and didn't get infected. Made no sense.
What's
Let
a
me punch.
game?
Let me punch the zombies in the
The,
teeth.
the whole game is funny. It's like, oh, I got bit by the zombies. Let me just wrap a bandage around me. I'm not infected. Let me just
It
wrap
makes
a
no
bandage
sense.
around me. I
It makes
have the cure. We don't need Ellie. We could just
well, you
put
know,
bandages on.
I just remember something. I was gonna ask you, what do you think about the spores? Like they didn't do the spore thing.
That also pissed me off because that was also very important because that's also a way that shows how Ellie is immune. Like that's how Joe really knew to trust. Aside from what happened to Tess, he really knew that Ellie was immune because she could just walk down there with no gas mask and just breathe it in. You know, that's it's very annoying that they remove that shit. Or
I,
like when she works with Henry and his brother, she has to pretend to wear a mask just to
yeah,
pretend to seem like she can't be like she is normal. So like
I, li-
that's such an important aspect they eliminated. Go ahead.
I like that they did the episode with the mother like showing Ellie's birth because that was supposed to be in the game. It was supposed to be DLC. That scene,
No,
the whole
really?
thing. Yeah. So then
Well, that was the girl who played Ellie in the game.
yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's a girl playing Ellie in the game. But they said Neil Druckmann, whatever his name is,
Yeah,
he
Neil
said
Druckmann.
that. Yeah, he said that he was going to put that as DLC. They shot it. They were doing it and everything. Then they canceled the DLC, and now he was able to put it out there so you guys could see what that DLC was going to be. It was going to be about Ellie's mom running through the woods,
That would have been some
running through the
cool ass
infected.
DLC.
Yeah, a pregnant woman running through from the infected and stuff, and then getting bit on the leg and everything, and having what's her name take Ellie. It was supposed to be this whole thing, but I mean, I think I like that. I like that shot. That was good to show everything. Um, I don't know. That season finale was very good. I appreciated it.
Yeah,
I
I really
appreciated it.
appreciated it.
Terminator Joel was amazing. So,
Word.
you know, he just like dropped it. He started picking up the gun. I was like, oh, it's just a game.
Word. He switched the guns and shit out.
Like, oh, shoot.
So,
But you ready? You think season 2 is going to be more of a budget? Obviously, it's going to get a bigger budget. So you think it's going to be better?
that doesn't need the budget because the show looked amazing.
The clickers. Oh my god! But they only showed them once.
And that's one other problem with the show. Like, yeah, what's crazy about this world is having to deal with the people and all the fucked shit that happens. But a lot of the journey is them surviving. Like, that's what makes it such a scary journey. They have to survive all these encounters with the infected, and there's almost none of that.
Yeah.
And this place is like the majority of the world is infected, which means these motherfuckers should be at every turn, and you don't see any of that. And that was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
You don't have to do hordes, but at least just have more infected situations, more encounters throughout the series than the 3 that we got. We only got 3.
I think they did it on purpose though, man, because they said that they wanted every bullet to sound
Of course
like
it's on purpose.
important,
I don't care.
and they wanted every affected encounter to be important. So I guess they really did. But I think they're going to switch it up for season 2. They're going to ramp everything up. I think so.
I hope so.
Because Game of Thrones, even season 1 was good, but season 2 was amazing. You know, it seems like HBO always does that. The first season's like feelers, then the second season's like, holy shit, we get you into the show. You know,
that's true.
But that's every HBO show. If you look back on everything, Sopranos,
like the Westworld,
everything. Season 2 was just the smash in your face. They got the budget. HBO, like I appreciate about HBO. They put something out. They're like, let's see how it does. Okay, 6 episodes. Let's ramp it up to 10 next season. You know, I think it's gonna be good. I have a good feeling. I know you hated this first season, but you probably enjoy this first season if the second season is good. If the second season is bad, then I have nothing to say to you after that. I'm gonna just run away. But anyway, man, yeah. So Last of Us rating 1 to 10.
4.
4. Okay, yeah, I give it a solid 7. The sad season, and then the finale, I give it a 10.
Yeah, the finale. I would say episodes 1, 2, and the finale, I'll give it a 10.
Yeah,
but because of the other 6 episodes, it brought it down to a 4.
Yes.
The majority rules.
Majority rules. Yes. All right. Well, please plug yourself. Let everybody know where to follow you.
You see me just be talking on YouTube. If you want to see my reviews, or mostly it's more like just my thoughts on things we watch. You know, if you like stuff that I like, which you probably do because you're here, check out my channel, please. I would love for you to check out my channel. I have some good stuff on that. It's just me talking. If you like gaming, go to my gaming channel. Me and ONE4EGO, we play games together a lot, and it's just us. We're doing good in the game, but our commentary is just so hilarious. Bunch of funny dudes. And check out my TikTok, Just the Truth.
Yes, and I'll be plugging all this information down below, guys. Thank you for watching the podcast, the ONE4EGO #1. This is 01, and we're gonna be doing this every week, hopefully twice a week. And yeah, we'll be putting these podcasts out, just talking about what's happening anytime. So leave your comments down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about next time. And we'll see you later. Peace.
Adios.
And broadcast.